What to do, YouTube, man? Another episode of Man Talk. Currently on the way to the laundromat to do my laundry. But just starting out this video, man, I wish you nothing but love and blessings to whoever finds this video. I ask that it find you well, you know. But I don't know, in today's episode, I just plan on talking about gratitude, what it means to be thankful for what you have, as well as what you want in life. You know, and honestly, guys, I'm not planning none of this stuff. I'm just going off the dome. You know, I want to make sure, you know, this message gets out there, no matter who sees it, you know. But gratitude, in my eyes, man, just to be thankful and be grateful for what you have, you know, because it's always somebody out there that has it worse, you know. So just be thankful for what you have, man. No matter how bad your situation you might think it, how bad you think it might be, it could always be worse. And you know, sometimes I gotta remind myself that, because I'm not perfect. I'm just like y'all, man. I'm a normal person, obviously. You know, we're all normal. We're not perfect. We're gonna make mistakes. It's inevitable. But how do we come back from those mistakes? How do we adjust? How do we, you know, execute? You know, when you don't do something that you said you was gonna do, how do you come back from that? What did I do wrong in this situation? How can I better myself? Am I thankful for what I have? Because I feel like that's why a lot of people aren't happy to begin with, because they start comparing themselves to other people. And it's like you're just asking for it to not be happy, you know, with my eyes at least. And you know, with anything I say, guys, please correct me if I'm wrong, you know, in the comments, let me know. I love the feedback, you know. I'm growing just like y'all. I'm not perfect. We're not perfect. But we have a journey and we have a purpose, you know. So yeah, man, just gratitude, what it means to be thankful and grateful for what you have. You know, things don't always have to be perfect. And there's gonna be days where we don't want to get up. There's gonna be days where we don't want to get up out the bed, but that's what it is. But how do you react when you feel that way? Do you let it control you, or do you take control of the situation? And I'm real big on that. So, like I say, man, I just want to emphasize I'm not perfect. I'm just like you guys, you know, but love yourself, because the fake friends, the fake family, you know, whatever it might be, focus on yourself. Because if anybody got a problem with you, that's their problem. You know, with all due respect, fuck how they feel. You know, you need to focus on how you feel about yourself. And these are things I have to remind myself this like every day, you know. But yeah, man, shit, keep going. You know what you're working for, know what you're working towards. You know, and just maintain, bro. Try to be thankful for everything that you have, and try not to compare your lives to everybody else. Like with me, what I did, you know, this past couple years back, I'm not gonna say a couple years back, but sometime last year, I just deleted my social media. I'm not on Snapchat. I'm not on Instagram. I do have an Instagram page, that's my spam page, but I'm rarely on there. You know, and sometimes I catch myself being on there and scrolling, you know, but I'm not on TikTok. I'm just talking for me personally. You know, like I said, I can't speak for nobody else, but I was in that state of mind of where, you know, when I did have those accounts and I had those social media platforms, I was just comparing my lives to everybody else, you know, and I'm not gonna compare my life to somebody's highlight reel, you know. So find what makes you happy, you know, have a purpose. I'm just waiting on these cars to go by right now. But yeah, man, have a purpose. Know what you're working for. Know what you're working towards. You know, maintain and love yourself. Because, man, life is short. Life is so short. You know, we just... And the funniest thing to me is, man, I keep it so 100. Like, the funniest thing to me is, you know, when people say you have time, it's like, if anything we don't have is time. And I've said that before. You know, like, you can get all the money you want to. Like, people be so afraid to lose money, but they'll spend all their time doing bullshit. You know, like, where does that get you? Like, how can you grow? And I'm just speaking as a person, you know. Like, fuck the money. The money gonna come, bro. Like, you focus on your goals, the money will follow. Like, money is just material. So, you know, with me, man, it's like, it's deeper than that. You know, it's deeper than money. It's deeper than, you know, things of that nature. So, you know, I'm not coming on here trying to look cute. You know, I ain't got no haircut. I don't plan on getting a haircut. You know, cause it's like, man, $50 for a haircut, I'm not paying that. I'll just keep it real. I ain't got nothing to lie about. But to each his own, you know. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with grooming yourself, but if anything, shit, you know, if you want to save some money, learn how to cut your own hair. You know, I've done that before. But all I can do is speak for my life. I can't speak for nobody else. That's why I say, you know, the feedback, the comments, I love to hear, I love to see it. But yeah, man, we're here to help each other. You know, here to be honest. You know, like, we like I said in the last episode, we live in a society where it's like, we lie to ourselves and we lie to other people, and we say that we good when we're not. You know, and I'm just speaking for men. You know, men and women, you know, but majority men. And young men like myself. I'm not a man yet. I really don't classify myself as that, because I feel like it's more to being a man than just paying bills. And just paying bills, you know, it's more to that. So, you know, I think about stuff like that every day. You know, I feel like being a man, that's each his own journey, you know. But yeah, gratitude, be thankful, be grateful for what you have. Don't compare yourselves to other people's highlight reels, you know. And just know what you want for yourself, because if we don't know what we want for ourselves, how we gonna plan? You know, how we gonna plan for the things that we want to achieve? And then something I'm learning now, like, you know, like way back when I used to have so many goals, and it takes away from each goal when you have so many different goals you're working on. So now it's like I try to prioritize, focusing on one goal and executing that goal, and then moving on to the next goal. So taking it one step at a time instead of trying to do it all at once. You know, because your thought energy, you know, energy is a real thing, you know, and I'm just speaking for myself. So, you know, man, keep reading books, you know, keep putting yourself out there, keep putting your best foot forward. I know it's hard. You know, some of these days you don't want to get up, but shit, we got to keep going. And I say that all the time. As y'all know, keep going, keep going, keep going. So, but yeah, man, you got to love yourself enough to want to see yourself win. You know, so, yeah. Yeah, man, you got to keep going, man. Like I said, man, be thankful, be grateful, show gratitude, have gratitude. You know, just things like that, man. But I will be back. I'm finna go do my laundry. As you can see in the back, it's in the back. I'm finna go do my laundry and I'll come back. And then we gonna get to it, man. You know, videos don't really have to be too long. I just wanted to be informational, motivational, just positive content, and that's all I could ever ask from this. Like I said, I asked that this platform be somewhere where we can be honest with one another, and we can just be truthful and not just say how we good all the time, because we're not good all the time. And that's the biggest lie you can tell yourself, is I'm good 24/7. Nobody's good 24/7. You know, so yeah, guys, I'll be back, and I'll see you in a few. All right, y'all, I'm back. You know, but, you know, mainly what I was saying, man, just gratitude, you know. Maintain to be thankful and grateful for what you got. It ain't got to be perfect. Life ain't got to be perfect. But, man, we keep going and we keep striving, no matter what the situation or the circumstance. So, it just, man, know what you fighting for. Know your why. You know, and I'll be lying to y'all, man. I make these videos for me, too. You know, for me to look back on. I don't want to just be passing the message, and it's like, I'm not doing what that message is. So it's like, we got to hold ourselves accountable, because we ain't got to be perfect. We going to make mistakes, but we got to understand what we fighting for and why we fighting. You know, it needs to be something more than yourself, you know. Yeah. Nah, man, keep your head up, keep going, keep striving, you know. But yeah, man, that's about it for this video. I mainly just wanted to touch on gratitude, what it means to be grateful, as well as be thankful. But understand that, man, it ain't perfect. It ain't got to be perfect. But as long as we keep going, keep striving, that's all that matters. You know, I don't care how many times you fall. As long as you pick yourself back up, that's all that matters. You know? So I just ask that I be a light to somebody or something, because there's many people that's been lights to me, which I've never even met. You know, so whoever takes from this video, I wish you nothing but love and blessings. Keep your head up, keep striving, keep going, keep accomplishing all your goals, taking one goal at a time. Don't rush yourself, be patient, but also understand that time is working against us. You know, I love y'all boys, man. Once again, I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.